Hiya, and welcome back to Green Hill Gaming, where I share my passion of video games with the whole wide world. I am back with another Mortal Kombat 1 live stream. This time around, I'll be playing Towers with Quan, or as I'm calling him from now on, Slim Kratos. So, sit back, relax, but as always, and more importantly, enjoy the live stream. So Towers are the third and final part of the campaign in Mortal Kombat 1. Towers acts as epilogues to each and every fighter in Mortal Kombat. An epilogue as in basically telling you, the player, what happens each character after the ending of the story, which is the first part of the campaign. So I'm going to be doing Quan Chi's epilogue in Towers, basically. So you can choose which difficulty you want. You can choose Novice, which will give you only 6 opponents. Warrior, 8 opponents. You can do Champion for 10 opponents. You can do Endless, and you can do Survive. I'll go with, I think 8 is enough, to be honest. So I'll do Warrior. I could do Champion for 10, but like... No, actually. I'll do 10. I don't know, will that affect difficulty? I don't think it affects difficulty. I think you can choose your difficulty when you actually... No, I think for this stream I'll just do Warrior. Quan Chi, aka...
Mr. Wizard.
No, Slim Kratos, actually. Chameleon isn't available yet. I will choose... Sub-Zero. Yeah, you can choose difficulty. Medium. Yeah, I'll just stick to this, I think. So to kick things off, we have Quan Chi versus Smoke.
I'll send your limbs back to Kuai Liang one at a time.
That's the creepiest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Take one. Action! I'll see you in hell. Take 2. Action! You do my bidding.
So I'll choose Sub-Zero as my cameo because I wanted to pay homage to Mortal Kombat Mythology's Sub-Zero. I'll tell you why in a second.
Another?
Got there with the brutality. Because Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero is the game where Quan Chi made his debut, and he also has a kind of like a working relationship, so to speak, with Sub-Zero as well in that game. So that's why I went with Sub-Zero as a cameo. Just want to see if I'm actually live. Because I don't have my phone. Well, I do have my phone, but I don't have it with me because it's charging up. So normally I'd see if I'm actually live. Because sometimes YouTube will tell you you're live, even though you're not live. But I am live, so that's good. Okay. So I have a text speech. Here we go. Our Slave Productions has arrived and has broken wind. How dare you break wind on my channel, Power Slave. You do that again and I will banish you to the nether realm, you hear me? How are you doing? How are you doing, Power Slave? Welcome to Green Hill Gaming, as always. Welcome to my Mortal Kombat 1 live stream, where I'm playing Towers with Quan Chi. Towers.
It's much too late for second thoughts.
It's never too late, Quan Chi.
Towers is the third part of the campaign in the game, and they act as epilogues. Each tower acts as an epilogue for each of the fighters in the game, telling you what happens after the story of the campaign. Quan Chi isn't even looking like Quan Chi right now, because I have a really cool gear equipped for him. Gear for Quan Chi is basically, how could I put it? His skin and tattoos, essentially. And I have this variant as well, which makes him kind of like purpley as well. Power Slave, how did you get on with your friend who gave you some criticism with your content?
To the nether realm with you.
Brutality. Quan Chi wins.
I probably should have went with 10 opponents. Champion.
Yes, as okay, but.
Ah, well, I'm glad to hear that. Good stuff. And other than that, how is your day going?
Let me just say, damn.
So they actually added an update to Towers. So there's actually...
I never should have trusted you.
Who protected your people from the ravages of sunlight?
So there's dialogue before fights now, which I don't think was there before. And also, the announcer actually announces who you're actually fighting.
New PC.
Ah, a new PC. PC Master Race, I see. Do you think you're superior to me, a petty peasant console gamer, is it? No, I'm only joking. Nice. Not that I know anything about PCs or PC gaming, but what kind of PC are you getting? I was only joking. So, do you know the MK YouTuber? MK something. Oh god. You know what? I'm not going to embarrass myself. So until I can actually remember this person's YouTube channel, I'm just going to say MK YouTuber. Actually posted a video actually about Quan Chi's tower ending or epilogue. It kind of like was hyping it up, like, and I'm kind of, yeah, I'm hyped up now. I wouldn't say that I got spoiled, but I'm hyped up, like. Jesus Christ, Nakara. I'll come back from Quan Chi.
Constant torment is
It looked like in the thumbnail that Shinnok makes an appearance, or else Quan Chi becomes this new era's Shinnok. Because in this new era, there are some really interesting takes on beloved fighters in the series. So essentially, the Scorpion in this era is basically Kylie Yang. which is Sub-Zero's younger brother. But Bihan, not Bihan, but Hanzo Hasashi is actually referenced in Smoke's epilogue / ending in Towers. So there's all these different kind of versions of the fighters. So maybe like that's what could happen.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em.
So you have the announcer announcing which fighter you're facing and which cameo they have as well.
Pleased me to
And the
take your
dialogue.
life.
Spoken like a true demon.
Yeah, Asher, I thought you were meant to be changing your ways. Doesn't look like it to me.
Take one. Action.
I'm actually planning, not confirmed yet, but I'm actually planning on going live later with a live stream of none other than Mortal Kombat Deception on PS2 to play some good old Conquest mode, which I haven't played in, God, I don't know. I mean, literally since the game came out.
No one will grieve you.
Because that's actually a game that I didn't go back playing. There's a lot of games that I tend to go back and play years later, but Deception just wasn't one of those games, so that's going to make it a very interesting situation. I love when Quan Chi says that, floundering fool. I'm trying to do she blocked it. Who wants to see a Quan Chi fatality? You do? Okay. Quan Chi fatality coming up.
Fatality. Quan Chi wins.
Yeah, I like that shot right there. Quan Chi and Sub-Zero cameo. It just takes me back to like late 90s when Mortal Kombat Mythologies released on PS1. Again, that's the game where Quan Chi makes his debut, and there was this like relationship between Quan Chi and Sub-Zero. Not that kind of relationship, but basically like Quan Chi needed the assistance of the Lin Kuei, with Lin Kuei's greatest warrior, Sub-Zero, the original Sub-Zero Bihan. So it just reminds me of that game. Because I still think it should get some kind of remaster or remake treatment in the future. If you actually notice, the Mortal Kombat series is...
Is there anything you said that was true?
On the whole, very little.
very reluctant to remaster, remake, or re-release past games. Compared to, let's say, their biggest competitor, Street Fighter, that won Best Fighter of the Year. So Street Fighter is not dead. I mean, whatever I think of Street Fighter, I think Capcom are greedy bastards for introducing a fighter pass, like monthly paid fighter passes with cosmetic content locked behind them every month. I think Capcom are disgusting, greedy scumbags for doing that, and I won't change my opinion on that, but clearly it won Best Fighter of the Year, so I mean Street Fighter is still a force to be reckoned with within the video game industry and within the fighting genre. So when you consider that Capcom and Street Fighter have released a lot of Street Fighter 2s over the years, collections of Street Fighter 2, collections of the actual series as a whole as well, And then you look at Mortal Kombat and they've really done nothing. I mean, apart from like PlayStation Store back in the day and PS3 and Xbox Arcade as well. I mean, apart from that, they haven't really done anything with the series as far as bringing back classic games.
Final take. Action.
I am a devil.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I wanted to go with a brutality there, but I settled with a fatality.
Finish him.
So again, once Quan Chi reaches the end of this tower, the top of this tower, and defeats himself and Shang Tsung, the Deadly Alliance, we're gonna get to see Quan Chi's epilogue in the campaign. So I mean, his story starts with the cinematic story in campaign, and it ends with the third part of the campaign, Towers, with his epilogue. Best way to describe what Towers are all about. I mean, people who are new to the series will be asking themselves, like, what's Towers? You know, what's it all about? Where does it take place in the story? Is it a standalone story?
You built Shang Tsung's vivisection chambers.
Yeah.
Who else could devise such a treasure?
And what's interesting is, I'm guessing, compared to past Mortal Kombat games, especially classic Mortal Kombat games, the tower endings, the epilogues, are all canon with a pair. I'll be right back there in a second. So they're all canon. Like, take like Shang Tsung's ending. He escapes the authorities of Outworld for his betrayal, and he ends up in what would basically become his own island, and discovers the Well of Souls. So I mean, all of that is going to be fucking hell, look at Baraka. Look at Baraka. Look at Baraka thinking he's funny. That's so funny, yeah. You're going to get me there with the fatal blow, didn't you? But yeah, I watched all the epilogues. I completed Towers with all fighters in Mortal Kombat 1, and I get the sense that all of those endings are actually canon. There's not an extreme. It's not like when you complete Towers with Johnny Cage, that he becomes a ballerina dancer or something. You know, it's all very canon. It seems to me like the story will continue into either the next part of the MK1 story or the next Mortal Kombat game in general. Because that's essentially what Towers is. It's an epilogue for each and every fighter. I'm gonna go for the brutality here. Oh fuck. Ah shit, that would have been the brutality if he didn't jump. Then I messed up the fatality because I got distracted.
Quan Chi wins.
I think we're fighting the Deadly Alliance now. Starting with myself. But the good thing about facing yourself in Mortal Kombat 1 is it makes sense because you're basically fighting like another like version from a different timeline.
Is there more than one amulet of Shinnok? If
Shinnok?
there is, it will also be mine.
You know, like, what's interesting there now, and I have to be honest, and I'm going to give some, I don't know, like, kind of constructive criticism. I understood the whole point of Mortal Kombat 1 was it's a new era. It's a new origin story for Quan Chi. This is a new Quan Chi. This is a new story for Quan Chi. This is Quan Chi in the new era. This is Quan Chi rewritten. And he's still talking about Shinnok's amulet. I mean, he was talking about Shinnok's amulet since his debut game, Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero. And from there onwards. It's to me, it still feels like the same Quan Chi. I mean, I get that it's still telling a different origin story. I understand that, but like, yeah, it's not really that much of a. To me, Mortal Kombat 1 is a soft reboot. It's just a slightly different Quan Chi, a slightly different General Shaw. It's not like General Shaw is into meditation now, you know, and he's just like sitting there with his legs crossed, you know, humming, you know, living a life of peace and living in the moment. No, he's still conquering realms, trying to conquer realms anyway. So yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that in a bad way or a good thing. I'm just saying it's clear that what this new era is, and it's a soft reboot. Yeah. But I like the fact I mentioned Shinnok. It's the first time, well, not the first time we've heard of Shinnok, because you actually hear of Shinnok and his amulet in the story mode. Oh, I see he's using the same cameos as well.
I expected more.
Take two. Action.
No, I wanted to go up that brutality again. Let's actually do a cameo fatality. Let's give some love to the cameo, which is a spine rip, forward, down, one. This is a big classic fatality and open the series.
Fatality. Quan Chi wins.
Oh yeah, just a quick note. They nerfed the war horn in this season, as well as the EXP that you gain even in the seasonal tower, even when you're doing higher level towers.
Those soul stones you've discovered
are none of your business.
Soul stones.
Take one. Action.
I think Quan Chi is the one being. Isn't the soul stones supposed to be something to do with the, oh god, Kamidago or something, which is all about bringing back the one being. Holy shit.
Take two. Action.
Oh, that can't be a brutality. That would have been a brutality, but obviously we need to see the scene unfold. So I'm looking forward to seeing Quan Chi's epilogue. So we're going to find out what happens to Quan Chi after the events of the story, which is the first part of the campaign in Mortal Kombat 1. What happened next? Quan Chi. Let's find out.
Though Ermac had freed me from my Legion cell, I found myself
What?
less imprisoned. I had no allies, no
What did
benefit,
Ermac for you?
and no obvious path back to power. And power is what I crave. But why should I settle for the scant abilities of someone who is an underling sorcerer? I should be the one who controls history, who bends people and events to my whim. I should control the hourglass and wield it as the keeper of time. While I search the realms for the hourglass, I further master the dark magic needed to destroy Liu Kang. My quest may take a lifetime, but it will be worth it. For when I succeed, I will achieve omnipotence.
Okay. That's actually a good song. I'm not really that into like rap songs in Mortal Kombat games, but I'll let it sit in this case. So we'll let that play on the background as I analyse that ending. Why the hell did Ermac free Quan Chi? I understood that Ermac was already freed. As in, like, because Ermac was originally like a creation of Shang Tsung. I think Quan Chi was involved as well in Fire God Liu Kang's new era in Mortal Kombat 1. But it was all like other souls, all within the one being, vessel, basically. But towards the end of the story, Ermac is free, and it's literally just Gerard, Sindel's husband, and Melina and Katana's father. So it's just him. So why the hell would he free Quan Chi? What reason would he have for freeing Quan Chi? Quan Chi literally was responsible in like the conspiracy to basically overthrow Outworld, overthrow Sindel's leadership, and working with what would essentially be Titan Shang Tsung from that timeline and basically overthrow the realm. So why the hell would Ermac free him? That's strange. Maybe that's the reason why that Mortal Kombat YouTuber was surprised by the ending. But I don't think this will be canon, ironically, because earlier I spoke about how I feel like all of these epilogues, all of these horror endings are going to be canon. Well, I don't think they are, no. Because, I mean, obviously, like, they're not just going to go from, like, well, I hope they're not. I hope they don't go, because in Mortal Kombat 11 we had Kronika, Keeper of Time, and then Liu Kang became the Keeper of Time, and then we found out that there was another timeline with Shang Tsung. So if they just, like, completely retconned, not retconned, but if they completely just, like, shit all over the fact that Fire God Liu Kang is the new Keeper of Time and make it Quan Chi, that would be strange. But no, I just think it's one of those endings that probably won't be canon. But he hasn't. He's setting out to. He's trying to be powerful enough to take down Liu Kang and become the new Keeper of Time. But I'm going to have to watch the ending again because I don't quite understand why Ermac would free him. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to watch Ermac's ending again. If I can actually remember. Oh, he's not end again yet. He doesn't have an ending. What am I saying? That's really weird. Like, that's proper weird. I'm going to have to watch a few endings here, I think. No, isn't that? I think I'll watch... Hold on a second. Sindel's ending. Because Sindel dies, spoiler alert, in the story. And her ending, you kind of see her basically, like, with Ermac. Yeah, let's... Oh, not the shrine. Go out of the shrine. I'm not going into the shrine yet. Another live stream. Collection. Movies. So I'm going to watch Sindel's ending.
As the darkness enveloped me, I took a long last look at my family.
So there's Ermac.
I did not expect to see them again.
To the left, holding Sindel.
Joined mine in the living
That's
forest.
Essentially Ermac, but it's essentially Gerard.
My beloved husband delivered me from oblivion.
Husband as in Gerard.
Though he couldn't save my body, Jared had preserved my soul. Like him and countless others, I am now a
Oh wait, no, he's part of Ermac. Okay.
Yet ours is not a peaceful repose.
Oh, wait a second.
The collected souls within Ermac have their own needs and agendas.
Interesting.
Before we can speak as one, we must first reach consensus.
Oh, right.
I had thought, as the former rulers of Outworld, I and Jared would hold sway. But here we are, two souls among many thousands, fighting for the right to be heard.
The right to be heard.
And if there is one thing we do well together, it is fight.
Okay.
We will win the right to govern Ermac as we
okay. Okay. So as I mentioned,
we will rule for the benefit of all.
Okay, well maybe they failed because as I mentioned earlier, Ermac is basically like a collection of souls, thousands of souls. He's basically a vessel. Ermac is a vessel basically which contains thousands of other souls, and they're all battling for control of that vessel to be Ermac. So maybe they failed and something else or somebody else has taken control. I wonder who it is though, that they would free Ermac. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's watch that ending again. Because the opening sentence is just doesn't make it's crazy. Ermac.
Though Ermac had freed
Freed
from
me.
my legion cell, I found myself no less imprisoned. I had no allies, no benefactor, and no obvious path back to power. And power is what I crave. But why should I settle for the scant abilities of someone who is an underling sorcerer? I should be the one who controls history, who bends people and events to my whim. I should control the hourglass and wield it as the keeper of time. While I search the realms for the hourglass, I further master the dark magic needed to destroy Liu Kang. My quest may take a lifetime, but it will be worth it. For when I succeed, I will achieve omnipotence.
I don't see a very different Quan Chi there. I mean, again, I'm just providing constructive criticism to Mortal Kombat 1. You know? I understand that it's a new era. I understand that it's a rewritten history. And it is. However, wouldn't it have been more interesting if Quan Chi was a sorcerer doing good for the realms? That would be a very different Quan Chi. An extremely different Quan Chi. But like, it doesn't take very long, I mean, for Quan Chi to become what he is in the earlier Mortal Kombat games. He's a villain, you know, fighting for control of the realms. Essentially what he is. Essentially what he's doing. He's not collecting amulets for the fun of it. He's just, you know, he's not into like, he's not, you know, an antique collector, you know, or looking to auction off, you know, a collection of Shinnok's amulets. Like, his purpose in the past Mortal Kombat games was to basically fight on the side of darkness and control the realms. And that's what he's doing in this new era. It's exactly the same. It's not that different. I mean, it is slight differences here and there, but it's not that different. I mean, to me, I would be more invested in this new era if Quan Chi was on the other side, you know, fighting for the side of Earthrealm, or even in Outworld, but fighting for the forces of good. Because we do see a different Outworld in the last couple of Mortal Kombat games, which I think is interesting. It isn't just the purple, dark, you know, gritty, you know, wastelands that we see like in Mortal Kombat 2. You know, it's more of a vibrant world, you know, not just full of, you know, quote unquote bad people. So it would have been interesting if we had seen a genuinely different Quan Chi. But look, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm actually going to have a look at some character art now. I've actually unlocked a lot of character art actually. But I think we should start off with Quan Chi. So these are, I would imagine, like early sketches of Quan Chi, looking very like the OG Quan Chi there that debuted in Mythologies Sub-Zero. It's a pity you just... What? Oh, you probably get that in the Shrine? But why would you get DLC? Wait a second. Okay. So I have ranked out Quan Chi, but where do you get the other concept art for him? Doesn't quite add up. Probably isn't Shrine. But again, I have the question: why would you be getting something in the Shrine if it's part of a DLC? What else would you have to do with Quan Chi to get? Well, probably it's in the next season or something. It's strange. We've got Omni-Man. It's all pretty basic, I have to say. It's just like two kind of versions. Let's really quickly scroll through these. It's interesting to see a very different looking Shang Tsung there at the bottom. Or Sub-Zero. He's so different, I genuinely thought he actually was Shang Tsung for a second.
I just spent 3 hours on MKXL because of the holiday reward. It had a bunch of div test your luck effects on, that's why it took so long.
The Green Gamer, welcome back to Green Hill Gaming, my friend. How are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Just finished Quan Chi's epilogue / ending there in Towers. Interesting one. Ermac, spoiler alert, Ermac frees him, which is very interesting. So obviously one of the many souls in Ermac outpowered Jared and Sindel and freed Quan Chi for whatever reason. He wants to become.
All I got was a banner and an icon.
Jesus Christ. With all that effort, and you just got a banner and an icon. It sounds like you put a lot of effort. It sounds like you put a lot of effort into that there, and it doesn't look like you got a whole lot out of it. Damn. So how are you doing? Here's some concept art of smoke. I'm going to fly through these. General Shaw. That's the one thing about General Shaw in the new era. They definitely changed his appearance, as you can see. I mean, he does have those like Mortara horns. In fact,
I am good.
That's good. It's good that you're good. I always say that, but it's good that you are good. So when they actually showed General Shaw for the first time in MK1, I was staying away from trailers. I didn't want to see anything of the game. I wanted to go into the game fresh. So I saw thumbnails, of course. You can never avoid thumbnails. But when I saw the thumbnail, I actually thought it was Mortaro with the horns. Shang Tsung looking very younger and definitely looking a lot like Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat 2. The Scorpion. I like that skin. I think you can get that skin actually. Speaking of skins, I'm going to do a very special live stream involving skins actually, maybe later on. Oh yeah, as well, if you want to see some Mortal Kombat Deception Conquest mode gameplay, stay tuned for that, because I'm actually hoping to do a live stream of Mortal Kombat Deception Conquest mode. Literally, probably in less than an hour, if you're interested in that. Reiko looking like a fat CM Punk. Raiden. Very classic Raiden right there.
My 8-year-old little brother just broke my brand new Oculus Quest 2 because he tried to open a game a bunch of times and the screen just turned.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Still alive? Is he still alive? Is he still with us in the land of the living after doing that? Oh my god, and all joking aside, that's actually, whoa man, that's bad. I'll tell you one thing, if someone broke my PSVR 2 headset, shout about it, they won't be living. It's Kung Lao. They definitely were going to go with the Great Kung Lao originally. I don't know why they've just ignored the whole Great Kung Lao thing. Like, I actually originally thought they were going to have Mortal Kombat 1 set in the ancient past, the distant past, and telling the story of the original Mortal Kombat tournament, obviously in the new era, but like with the Great Kung Lao. But they didn't. I don't really know why. Okay. So that's going to do it for the live stream. As I mentioned, I am planning on doing a live stream very shortly, as in like within the next hour, of Mortal Kombat Deception on PS2 when I'm going to play some Conquest mode. So if that is your cup of tea or cup of coffee or cup of anything, stay tuned for that. And Green Gamer, man, I don't know what to say really about the PSVR 2 or your MetaQuest headset, but oh my days, man, oh my days. But nonetheless, thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time, well, probably shortly, on Green Hill Gaming.